Today is Friday, January the 29th, and this is what we covered for today. So for review, I asked the class to describe consumers' buying power. So consumers' buying power is just in quantitative terms, how much someone can buy. So a doctor would have more buying power than a teacher because they make more income. And then the second question, how does a consumer's buying power impact production? The more a customer buys, of course, the more a company will produce a certain product. And the more people that are buying, that are putting their economic vote on a certain product, the more a company will increase production. And then on the other side of that coin, if customers say, nope, I'm not going to buy that, then companies will reduce production. Two more questions, just a refresher. Just remember the basic role of the U.S. government is to protect U.S. citizens. And then who decides how goods and services will be marketed in a private enterprise system? That will be B, business people. Business people are the ones in charge of advertising their products. All right, this is new material, how supply and demand affect price. So all of us have been shopping when we've seen items for sale. So just like with Valentine's Day, right now, all Valentine's Day products are pretty expensive, but the day after Valentine's Day, they go on sale. So when there is more supplied or produced than people are buying, it causes prices to go down. So just like after Valentine's Day, there's a lot of extra stuff, candy, bears, flowers. When there's extra stuff, companies will decrease their price. And then on the other side of that, when we're demanding a lot of products, when demand is high, or we're buying a lot of products, companies will increase supply and the price will also increase as well. So like with iPhones, the demand is there. Customers are buying iPhones all the time and they're willing to pay a higher price for it. So Apple will continue to increase their supply of iPhones and also increase the price. And I gave you guys the example too of a storm, like a hurricane. So people will run out and buy gas. In turn, gas stations can increase their price because they know that consumers would pay the extra price per gallon. Two examples. The first one, which one is an example of consumers establishing demand? Remember, we are consumers, we're customers, we buy stuff. So we are setting demand when we're waiting in line to purchase a new popular cell phone. So this one right here would be the correct answer because we're waiting in line to purchase. If we're waiting in line to return something, that's not good. So that's not demand. That's being unsatisfied with a product. And then the second one, PepsiCo. You guys know what Pepsi is. They sell soft drinks. PepsiCo plans to increase the quantity of Pepsi sold per quarter. So this is an example of which self-regulating principle of a market economy. PepsiCo is a company. So they would be a producer. And then they are setting supply because they're going to increase the quantity. So they're going to produce more Pepsis. All right, this is on how companies actually set their price. So a company's sales price is also called their market price or their equilibrium price. This is how companies figure out how much money to charge for their products. So we're going to look at an example with movie rentals. Let's say you want to rent a movie on Amazon Prime. So as you see with this graph, if customers are willing to pay more, you guys see the prices going up. If customers are willing to pay more, then Amazon will increase the number of movies that they're offering. But on the other side of that, depending on the product, you guys see here, as the price increases, then demand decreases. So a lot of times when products are expensive, consumers will buy less. So companies have got to figure out, okay, we need a nice balance. So what's the price that we can charge for a product where customers would buy it? And then also so we can make a profit. So we don't want to charge too much because consumers are not going to buy it, but we don't want to charge a less price and lose money and not make a profit. So customers trying to figure out this market price or this equilibrium price. So the equilibrium price is just the point where supply and demand come together. So we can see right here with movie rentals, the movie company said, well, you know, if we sell movies for $6 a piece, then we think that we'll probably able to, you know, get 2,000 people to watch it. So equilibrium price is where supply and demand intersect, where they are the same. So equilibrium price and your market price or your market clearing price, they mean the same thing. So the answer to this question, in a private enterprise economic system, the interaction of supply and demand primarily determines D, product prices. Okay, we're going to look at this as a table format. So this is, we're trying to figure out, this company's trying to figure out how much to charge for a bottle of perfume or a bottle of cologne. So we're going to look at demand and supply separate. So we're going to look at these numbers and this set of numbers. So we're going to look at this set and this set. We're going to see where they match. So let's look at 200. So demand quantity 200, supply, there is no supply 200. So that's out. Demand quantity 250, supply quantity 250. But then we check the price and 42 and 38, they don't match. So this is out. Then let's move on. Demand quantity 300, supply quantity 300, demand price 40, supply price 40. They're both the same. So we have found that this company is going to make 300 bottles of perfume, and then they're going to charge $40 for each bottle. Let's do another example. All right, we're looking at sneakers. So let's say this is Nike. So we're trying to figure out what Nike is going to charge for a pair of sneakers. So remember, we're looking at this set of numbers and then this set of numbers. Okay, so let's look at 50. Demand 50, supply, they don't even supply 50. So 50 and 75 are out. All right, let's look at 150. 150, 150, 100, and 200. So that's out because they don't match. Let's look at 200. 200. Oh, yep. Supply didn't even have 200, so that's out. So 250, 250, price 150, price 150. So yes, supply and demand are the same or are equal at supplying 250 pair of sneakers and selling them for $150 a piece. And that's what we covered for today. Just be sure that you guys go into Canvas, do your exit ticket, and also remember that your project on your dream vacation is due Friday, February the 5th. Have a good weekend.